Okay, and so everybody's clear on fair use in teachers? Very
Yes.
good. All right, now, what are some items that may not be protected by copyright? All right, anybody? What are some things that are not protected by copyright?
Inspirational quotes.
All right, inspirational quotes.
I would think that if a person had an idea, that it may not be protected by copyright.
Okay,
An idea, or if they go out, they put their idea into action.
Just an idea?
Just an
Give
idea.
us an example.
So a thought.
Okay, like a new invention.
Mm-hmm.
A new invention. And they want to put it into action, then, you know, that wouldn't be protected by copyright.
It is if they self
No,
envelope and mail it to themselves.
A new invention that they basically have not
Patent.
have not patent.
All right, very good. Those are very
That's
good.
what I was trying to say.
Anything else that might not be protected by copyright law? Okay, somebody's name. Very good. All right, so
So
let's
can
see.
someone else have your name?
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Items that are not protected by copyright. Facts. Okay. Systems. Slogans. Names, and we heard someone say names. Methods of operation.
What does that mean?
A certain way a person does something. Certain way of doing things that's not protected by copyright. Ideas. And someone said ideas.
I do.
Titles, not protected by copyright. Domain names, for those technology people. Domain names are not protected by copyright. Short phrases and concepts. These are all things that are not protected by copyright, which means that if you use something, like we said, names. What's your name, Miss Boynton? Your
Marcy.
first name? Marcy. So we know that if somebody else wanted to name their child Marcy,
There'd
all
be a
right,
lawsuit.
they can do so. They can do so without being sued or without being taken to court, because names are not protected by copyright law. And we were talking about ideas. If people have ideas or inventions, if they don't get them patented, all right, other people can take that idea and do whatever it is they want to do with it without being without running into copyright law issues. Okay, everybody understand that?
Yes.
Good. Now, let's look at what do you think some things that are covered by copyright?
Music.
Music, poetry,
Monologues.
songs, monologues, okay.
Dramatic plays.
It's in giraffes.
Yeah.
It's in lions.
Alright, so let's see. Someone said poetry, novels, songs,
LCAT material.
movies, computer software, architecture. All right, and when we talk about architecture, we're talking about what?
Blueprint.
The creation of
Blueprints.
blueprints. Very good. And the blueprints, what? The creation of what?
Buildings.
Of
Big ideas.
buildings. Very good. Buildings, skyscrapers. All right. Authorship of websites. So you also have websites that are protected by copyright laws. Now, why do you think these items would be covered by copyright laws? We talked about copyright at the beginning.
To protect the originator's financial interests.
Okay, Ms. Boynton said to protect the originator's financial interests. Anybody else?
To make sure they get what's due to them.
Okay, good. To make sure the original creators gets what's due to them. All right.
Pecans.
And here it is. Ms. Gist, can you read that? Why would these items be covered? Because they are what?
Original work.
Very good. Because all of these are original works, which means that they are covered by copyright laws. Now, let's see. If a person violates copyright laws, what punishment could they face? What do you think, Miss Boynton? You have a look. What do you think?
I actually had something in my eye, but they can face suits of infringement,
Okay. Good.
imprisonment, fines up to about $150,000. If more serious, up to $500,000.
Very good.
Statutory and monetary damages.
She's very, very well versed in copyright law infringement. Maybe she had some trouble with this before. Miss Gibbs. Miss Gibbs, what do you think?
Well, I think they could probably even go to prison.
Imprisonment.
Oh, you say?
Very good. Imprisonment. Okay, and so you all cover that fines can be assessed up to how much, Miss Boynton?
Depending on the severity of the case, up to $500,000.
Very good. She read the packet that we passed out earlier. And what else? Penalties, which can be as severe as
Imprisonment.
imprisonment, going to jail. Very good.
Death.
That's not good.
Now, what are some important facts that you can recall about copyright and fair use? What are some important facts?
What are some important facts you can recall?
From our handouts, what we've been
Copyright
talking about?
and fair use was, well, the fair use policy was basically put in place to protect teachers.
Okay. Fair use was put in place to protect teachers. Good.
And we can use certain works in our classroom as long as we cite it properly.
And as long as we don't use it for our personal gain, then fair use is okay for teachers.
Okay.
But if once we start trying to use it for personal gain, we would really be breaking laws.
Very good. And then what can happen? You said we would be breaking laws. What could happen?
There could be penalties, fines, imprisonment.
Okay. Very good. Now, what are some things that are covered? We're doing like a review now. What are some things that are covered by copyright law? What are some items?
Some items that are covered by
copyright law.
Okay, some items that are covered by copyright law. So, songs.
Okay, songs.
Ideas once they are patterned.
Once they're patented, very good. We talked about novels.
Yes.
Being,
Okay. Novels.
Being covered by copyright law. Books. Good.
Art.
Art. Very good. All right. We were talking about things that are covered by. What were some of the items that we
Novels,
said?
plays, poetry. I said poetry.
Yes, you said poetry.
FCAT workbooks, FCAT materials. Gosh, FCAT is stuck in
And
my
what's
mind.
FCAT, Ms. Boynton, for teachers that might be watching this that don't work in Dade County? Can you tell them what is FCAT?
What's the state of Florida assessment?
Exactly, state of Florida, but we have teachers that might be watching this in Georgia. So can you explain to them what the FCAT is?
FCAT is the Florida Comprehensive Assessment Test used to determine the annual progress of schools and the students, to determine their educational level, their academic success
For reading and math.
for reading, math, and science.
Science and writing.
Science and writing. Third grade, if they don't pass, they can stay back. Fourth grade is intensive because of writing. 10th grade is important. They can stay back in 10th grade. and 12th grade, they cannot graduate unless they pass the FCAT. And basically, it holds teachers accountable. Mostly the teachers.
Okay.
All the
Very